Salam, Jaima. How are you? What are you doing? Happy Gemini season. I feel better. I was supposed, I was going to make this when Gemini season actually began, but I was going through death. Also, I feel like it was like an upgrade, like one of those collective upgrades. I'm still a little boogery, but I'm much better. But I wanted to do a reading for Gemini season because I am a Gemini. I'm not going to talk shit about you. I'm not here to talk shit about you, Gemini. I am one of you. I hate telling people my sign. When people ask me, what sign are you? What are you? What's your big three? When I tell people, or not, when people ask what's your big three, they're usually kind of enlightened about signs. But if people are just like, what's your sign? And I say Gemini, usually they're like, oh, yeah. Oh, you're two-faced. That's the first thing people love to say about Geminis, is that we're fucking two-faced. But that is not what's happening at all. The sign of Gemini represents dual awareness. And most people are operating within duality without even realizing they're operating within duality. They think that the concept of good and bad, black and white, simply is. They're just not aware that it's something that their mind is conceptualizing. Geminis are one of the only signs in astrology that is consciously aware of their subtle double, of the subtle element of this reality, of the invisible element of this reality. That's what the twins represent. The twins don't represent these two personalities. They represent the physical body and the subtle double, the astral twin. Everybody has one. Everybody has a subtle body that looks just like them. And the Gemini is connected to that being. We are very aware of our astral form, of our astral twin, the self that is watching while this self is living. And we're communicating with it all the time, which is why people think we're psychic. Everyone, like I said, everyone has one. Not everybody is actively aware. But a Gemini seems to come into this incarnation very aware of it. Not even like aware of it. They communicate with it. And not even just communicate with it, we utilize it. We utilize our subtle double. And mythology confirms it. Hold on, I have notes. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. So we're in the season of the twins. We're in the season of language. Gemini brings movement. Gemini brings communication. It brings perspective shifts that you would have never seen before. The nervous system feels electrified during Gemini season. This is how Geminis feel all the time. If you're not a Gemini, I mean, this reading will be for all your Gemini placements. If you have Gemini placements. If you have no Gemini placements, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Are you okay? You must not be having any fun, are you? I know this must be very hard. Just kidding. No, this reading can still apply. If you have no Gemini placements, this reading will still apply. It'll just be like your vibe. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But yeah, the Gemini season brings the rapid downloads, lots of humor, psychic pattern recognition that looks like extreme wit, or being wit, or being witty, or being clever is really a psychic gift. Why does my skin look like this? I don't know. It's a psychic gift. It's like, it's a quickness. Being clever is really being quick. Being witty is like, oh, that was really quick. I didn't expect you to come up with a retort to what I just said so quickly. Like, did you even process it? And like, it's because there's this quickness that happens because they're already ahead of the conversation, because they are in that kind of astral realm all the time. And like I said in my other videos, the subtle realm is ahead of the physical realm. The subtle realm happens before the physical realm happens. It's the catalyst to the physical realm. So the Gemini is the bridge that's always kind of back and forth, back and forth. They're the messenger. They're going to that other realm and they're like getting information and they're bringing back here. And you're like, how did you process that so quickly? And you're like, I did it 10 minutes ago. But Geminis get stereotyped constantly because of this as being fake, as being detached, emotionless, inconsistent. What humans are actually witnessing when they feel those patterns showing up and when they're interacting with the Gemini energy is a misreading. And it's actually something that's way more sophisticated than that. Like a Gemini's ability to metabolize emotion is mistaken as coldness. But what a Gemini really doesn't have, or it's mistaken for emotional absence, but it's not like a Gemini lacks emotion. A Gemini lacks emotional stagnation. We're not going to sit in a funk. We're not going to hold a grudge. We're not going to, what? Did you see that? There's a fly in here. We're not going to take it to the grave. We processed it, we metabolized it, we moved on. And it looks cold. It looks like, maybe to the outside person, it looks like they're detached, they're cold, they don't give a fuck. It's not that. I'm not gonna sit in any one feeling. Like, if somebody pissed me off, I'll be pissed off, and then I'm gonna move on to something else. Because why would I stay here? Why? There's so many other things to see and explore. But the mythology of the heavenly twins carries this very specific image that I've been looking at, and it was like super cool to see. The twins, classically, when you see like the zodiac imagery of the different signs, the twins are always shown with their little baby feet in the Milky Way. The twins are always standing on the Milky Way, or like their feet are shown in the Milky Way. And it's like a super classic depiction. They're standing on top of heavenly waters. They stand on top of the celestial waters. They're just kind of in the celestial waters. And, you know, let those who have eyes to see, see. Let those who have ears to hear, hear. Some people will just think, oh, that's a cute image, and not kind of decipher the meaning of it. But a Gemini literally walks on water. And when you think about it, symbolically, mystically, archetypically, is that how you say that? Whatever, mystical systems across every tradition, water represents emotion and the subconscious and intuition and the dream world and the ancestral world and the psychic realm. And people, a lot of people sink fully into these states, these emotional states, especially water signs. They sink into these like places and they can't get out, and they're just stuck mad or stuck like sad or stuck in a hurt or can't let go of this thing that happened when they were a child. But a Gemini plays on top of the water. We're in it. We're just like dancing in it. You know what I mean? We're not like a crab like under it, or a scorpion just like we feel deeply. We absolutely feel deeply. Like things hurt me very, very profoundly, but they don't stay with me. I'm not, I feel it very intensely, and then I metabolize it, and then I like, okay, clean slate, what's next? It's partly because Gemini remains observing above the water, right? But their feet are in it, so they're still kind of feeling it, but they're not all the way in it. They're looking around. One twin is in it, the other twin is watching, and both twins have their feet in it, and they're just kind of like, it's there, but I'm floating on top of it. I'm doing other stuff. So that's why a Gemini can laugh when they're crushed. Like, if you're a Gemini, you know this feeling when something devastating happens to you and you just immediately find the humor in it, and everybody else is like, too soon, honey, what? Are you making jokes already? Like, our house just fell into a sinkhole, and you're like, well, let's move on. You know what I mean? There's something, I'm not gonna stay sad, bro. I'm not. Why would I stay there? We move on very quickly after heartbreak. We can kind of narrate our own emotional processes. We don't really let emotions narrate how this This fly is, I hate flies in the house. I live in Philadelphia, the city of flies. And every time you open a door, there's one like waiting to like jump in. And I try really hard not to kill things. But sometimes I feel like they fuck with me. Like, look, I swear to God, I'll be like, I won't see this. I won't see that. I'll try to get it out later. Usually I'm pretty good at talking them out. I can like telepathically kind of like guide them out of a window. But like sometimes when I'm like meditating, they'll land on me. Like, why now, bro? Or like, they won't land on any food or anything that I think a fly would be interested in, but it'll come land right on my journal when I'm journaling. I'm like, is this like a government spy? Are flies spies? I don't know what they are doing. But they behave very, very strange. Okay, what was I saying? Where's my little prompts? What are we gonna do? Yo, let's read the cards about what this Gemini season is bringing to us. Let's look at the energy of the Gemini season right now. We'll see like, oh yeah, that's what I was saying. My prompt is really sociopathic detachment. A Gemini can narrate their own emotional process. You can see it happening in real time if you are in close relations with the Gemini, if you're like a partner with the Gemini, if you have a Gemini child, a Gemini parent. It appears like sociopath detachment to terrible things. Like you should feel this. You should feel differently about this or more profoundly about this. But we can quickly turn pain into humor. We can quickly see the humor in like almost everything. And we can quickly turn grief into philosophy, which helps you to move on from it, not take it so personally. And so a lot of times that too soon vibe comes up, like you're making jokes too soon, that's very inappropriate. But it's not to us, because like we just, you know, we have a faster metabolism for emotions than, it's not coldness, it's just faster. It's just faster. A lot of people say multidimensional beings or star beings have a very different emotional landscape than the human emotional landscape, which can be seen as cold or maybe emotionless, but it's not emotionless. I know who was working with, there was this one channel that was working with, I can't remember. I feel like there was like Syrian beings or something like that. And they were explaining to them like, no, we totally feel everything. What are you talking about? They were like, do you guys have feelings? Like, do you feel anything? Like you kind of express no emotions. And they were like, no, we feel it. We just like, don't let it bother us. You know, like we feel it, but it doesn't like catalyze, you know, what our next move is going to be. We kind of sit in it and weigh it. And it's not so, you know, something can happen to somebody who's a very emotional person and it can just ruin their day, their week, their month, their life. Some people can never let shit go ever. You know, they're like so mad about something that happened to them when they were 5 or whatever, bro. Yo, like, this isn't even real. This is... You were in a simulation, honey. Don't take any of this shit personally. And don't let any of it sway you. Definitely don't let it fucking make you have a bad fucking time. Like, this world is a playground to a Gemini. And it should be for everybody, too. I hate when I see people who are just, like, stuck in a rut for no reason. Stuck in a rut for no reason. All right. I just got this deck. You know, when you first get a deck, the reading is spot on. It's really sharp when you just open it. So let's see. Let's look into what is surfacing from the celestial waters for the Gemini and people within this season. What messages are rising up from the Milky Way? How is this collective being asked to maybe process emotions differently, maybe to communicate differently? There's a really cool meditation for Gemini season that I want to teach that is for developing telepathy. I'll talk about it after this is done. So let's see. What is Gemini season teaching this collective? What hidden truths are surfacing this season? What is Gemini season bringing for our Star Family Collective? Ooh, okay. Okay, a little bit of money, a little bit of conflict. I love it. Oh, maybe a lot of fighting? Good thing it's Gemini season, so we don't have to, like, care. Yeah, so we're going to be learning how to balance our money better. You probably have recently received a bunch of money or are in the process of receiving a bunch of money. And in the past, you have spent it as quickly as you received it. It goes out as soon as it comes in. But in this season, we are learning how to hold it, how to stack. Stack has been showing up in my downloads lately about just like, no, like just keep stacking, just keep stacking, just keep stacking. For what? I don't know. But usually when I save a lot of money up, there's a fucking fly. Usually when I save a lot of money up, there comes this moment in my life. I'm like, oh, this is what that was for. Like, oh, okay. I did not know why I needed so much money in my bank account. I've never had that much before. Then like, you know, that's happened to me a couple of times. Once when we bought the house and had to furnish the whole house. And I was just like able to do it because I had been in this period of saving. So it seems like, I'm going to murder you. No, I'm not. I won't murder you. I promise I won't. You are in this stable, like you got your feet on the money. You're holding the money. Your money's on your mind. You know, you're guarding it. You're stable in it. So money is stabilizing this season. Money is coming in and is not going out. It's not. We're stacking. We're stacking Gemini season. We got the world in reverse. That's okay. Let's see what this thing says. These cards are interesting because they tell you little clues. That's not. Usually when I get okay. This says seeking personal closure, shortcuts, delays, no closure, incompletion. I feel like a lot of us are in these weird places in relationships, and I've noticed this pattern with a lot of people that I read for and that I work with. They have come to like a kind of faded ending, relationship-wise or even career-wise, where things just kind of fell off for no reason, or were delayed, or there's like all these, you know, kind of the mind loves a story that ends. It doesn't like a story that just fades off. And I think that is happening a lot now. We're experiencing maybe something that just kind of faded off, and you are searching for closure. You're searching for the end of it. You're searching for like, what the fuck happened? You know, like, what am I hate that. I hate that too. And it can cause a lot of this. It can cause a lot of this. I feel like I'm in an uphill battle. I feel like I'm struggling. I'm fighting by myself. Competition, challenge, protection, preservance, defense, and maintaining control. This Seven of Wands, you are fighting, but you have a very wonderful position. You know what I mean? You're fighting a lot of things, but you're kind of holding it down. You're kind of being a gangster about it. You know what I mean? Like, Seven of Wands doesn't mean defeat to me. Seven of Wands means like you're kicking ass. You know, very Kill Bill. Just one lady walks in and kills everybody in the bar. But so that could happen. You might feel like you're like a one-ring circus right now. You're doing everything on your own. Thank God it's Gemini season, because we're really good at doing a lot of things at once. And multitasking. Geminis love their ADD. I saw a girl who was crying because she didn't get her, I'm not laughing. I am laughing, but I'm not. See, this is what I'm talking about with people. We are not cold. We're not cold. We just see humor in things. She was online crying. I also think it's weird that people set up tripods to cry, but okay. she was crying because she wanted to get her ADD medication like renewed, and they like retested her and they were like, you don't have ADD, and she couldn't get her medication. She was bawling on the internet about like, I just need my meds, nothing is working, I already feel so stupid, and blah blah blah. And I was like, you know, if you're struggling so much already, maybe the meds aren't working, you know, like maybe you're just kind of hooked on thinking you need them. Let me look at this. This Gemini season feels like, it feels very independent. It feels like it's bringing a release from the need for closure. It feels like you're turning into a boss bitch. That's what this feels like to me. It feels like you're turning into something that doesn't need anyone. You might have been feeling like you wanted help. You might have been feeling like, I can't do this by myself. You might be feeling like, you know, there's all this conflict and strife and disagreements and strain, and like things are hard, and I just don't want to do this by myself. I wish I just had help. I wish I had help. I wish I had help. But this is the energy. The energy is like, you don't really need nothing. Right now, you're just focusing on your money for Gemini season. Like, if there's something that didn't end well, if there's something that didn't end with like a very clean slate closure type thing, I think the key to releasing that feeling would be to focus on your paper. Focus on getting that bread and stack it. Just stack money and look at your bank account and smile. Ah! Oh, so happy. So happy. Yeah. Knight of Swords. Something's coming in. You're very ambitious, action-oriented. I love these things. These cards are so cute because they have these little keywords on them. The Knight of Swords to me means a message is coming in. Also, you're driven to succeed, fast thinking. You're defending your beliefs. Yeah, like you are like, you don't need no help, honey. Stop thinking that you need somebody to come in and help you. What did my girl Caribou say? I get more richer than them and more higher. Like, I get more money than you do, and I'm having way more fun than you. So why do I feel like I need anything? Like, you know, I think you're coming into this moment of realizing that you that bitch, that you that girl. Here's something that mythology about Gemini gives us that a lot of people, I feel like, just weren't paying attention to. In the mythology, it says that the hero twins, the Geminis are the hero twins. They're the heavenly twins, and they're beloved of Zeus, and they're the beloved of Poseidon. So they're loved by the god of the sky, and they're loved by the god of the water. The god of the sky and the god of the water love the hero twins so much because the hero twins love each other so much. They literally love like how loyal the twins are to each other. So it's like the sky god, the god of communication, the god of messages, the god of air, and the water god, the god of intuition, the god of magic, the god of emotions, love how much you are tied to your subtle twin, to your subtle double, to your astral twin. How much you're connected to your spirit self, and you're loyal to your spirit self. You will never betray your spirit for something, especially something physical, especially something worldly. So I think that's not an accident, because like Gemini, we stand between them. We stand between the skies and the water. We are the bridge. The two beings, the two twins, make this threshold. And it's really interesting because the opposite of Gemini is Sagittarius. Sagittarius is portrayed as the archer. So the archer is the arrow that shoots through, that moves through. That's the movement through the threshold. So Gemini is like the opening. I am the bridge from heaven to the waters. And Sagittarius is the thing that like kind of shoots through the threshold. You are the translator between sky and sea. You Gemini, you're the bridge between divine intellect and the depth of the psychic realm. So like some things that you feel that you know because you're smart, or you feel that you know because you're like quick or clever, you can just figure things out. It's not like brains. It's literally psychic gifts. It's literally because you're tapped into a little bit ahead of the material realm because you're so close to your psychic double. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Oh my God, I'm ahead of my own notes. Geminis often present as psychic without trying because intuition and intelligence can look identical. That's literally what I just said. I got ahead of myself. Intuition and intelligence can look identical. What people call wit is rapid, precise, seems to come out of nowhere, but it's just a subconscious translation that's happening in real time. It's happening like, I'm honestly ahead of the conversation. A lot of times people think Geminis are disinterested or whatever. You'll see them like looking around or like kind of focusing on everything else. It's because I know what you're going to say. I already know. I heard the end of the sentence. And I have a couple clients like that. And they're usually younger people that I'm like, I feel like I'm like talking and I can feel them already gone. And I'm like, I haven't even finished the sentence, but you're like floating all the way over here already because you already know how I'm going to end this. So it's okay. I don't take it personal. But Gemini say the thing everybody else in the room was unconsciously sensing before they even realize it. If you are Gemini, do you notice things that nobody else notices? I notice like some people are hypercritical. They'll walk into a room and see everything that's wrong with it. And some people are the opposite. They'll walk into a room and see everything that's right with it. They'll be like, that's a beautiful table. Somebody else will walk into the room and be like, oh, that tablecloth is crooked. Like and it tells you a lot about the person, like what they focus on. A Gemini will notice every little tiny little crazy fucking nuanced detail, but they usually don't say anything. Usually just keep it to themselves. You know, usually it's just like, And then these little like kind of nuancy pattern recognitions or like putting these things together. Like, why would that person put that there? Why would they choose yellow? Why is that for crooked? You know what I mean? And then it's like, you're doing all this stuff in your head and coming to these conclusions that are usually right. And it's because your twin, that subtle twin is like communicating to you about everything that's happening astrally in the physical world. You receive it first, you speak it. It's not because you're clever, it's because you're literally channeling, and you're channeling from your own twin. Yeah. So let's see now what the collective subconscious is trying to communicate through this season. Sorry, I forgot to put it on Do Not Disturb, and I got a phone call. Also, I'm so sorry that this is long. Also not sorry, because it's Gemini season and I'm a little bit chatty. Okay, so we were going to ask the cards some more stuff. What I want to ask for this Gemini reading is, what subtle shift has already happened, since we're talking about the subtle double and how the subtle realm operates ahead of the material realm. What subtle shift has already happened that hasn't manifested physically yet, that we're going to see manifest this Gemini season? What has already happened in the collective subtle realm that hasn't manifested physically yet? Oh, one fell on the floor. And then one more. Ah! Thank you. Oh, a reunion. There's a happy time. There's a happy celebrating time that has already happened in this subtle realm that hasn't manifested physically yet. I love Three of Cups because it's a party. It's a celebration, friendship, collaboration, creativity, community, happiness. So this is what's coming Gemini season 2. Also, not Gemini season 2. That sounded very like part 2. This is what's happening maybe it means like in June. Gemini season. Yeah, because the part 2 of Gemini season is in June. A celebration, friendship, reunion, party. It's already happening. in the subtle realm, and it's going to be manifesting in the physical realm. If you're feeling a longing, a pull towards someone, something, maybe a group of people, it's because it's happening. He came out again. This stingy man right here, he's all in our Gemini season. I love it. Gemini, you are like, I'm not sharing my money with nobody. I'm making money. I'm standing money. I'm thinking about how to make money. I'm holding my money. This is crazy that it came out twice. 4 of Pentacles came out twice. Okay. So the subtle shift that has happened already in the astral realms that will be manifesting in the physical realm this Gemini season is you are making money and you are holding it and you are stacking it and you ain't giving it out to nobody. We also got the 5 of Swords in reverse. Ew. Oh, I'm just kidding. The 5 of Swords is reverse. It's letting go of grudges, letting go of past resentments, forgiving things, letting things go. There's a desire to reconnect. There's a desire to reconcile. So maybe this this celebration here comes from letting things go a little bit, because you are a cold, heartless sociopath Gemini who's like, I'm already over it. Why would I be mad at you? You think I'm mad at you? I am not thinking about you. I am thinking about this. But if you want to party, we can totally party, because a Gemini loves to party. That's one thing that we do love to do. All right, let's see. What else do I want to know? Thank you, cards. I love this deck so much. I feel like somebody fumbled you. I feel like you got fumbled hard. Let's be petty this Gemini season. Oh, I have the perfect deck for this. I have a petty deck for this. My friend just gave me this. What is gossip? What is gossip? I don't know. I thought it was what's the tea, but it's what is gossip? What's gossip? Are you asking me what gossip means? I am a Gemini. I'm judging how things are worded very hard. Who is realizing right now, for the collective watching this video, that they were a prize and they fucked up by fumbling a fucking goddess so fucking hard? Sorry. I have a potty mouth. I really try to watch it, but as I've been doing these videos more often, it's more comfortable, I guess. The more you're going to see that I am a pirate. I am a filthy pirate. Listen, y'all. I didn't even ask for real to get all of this information. Somebody who gave you a red flag. Somebody who felt like deja vu. Somebody who felt like, somebody who felt like, it was a very temporary relationship. It was a seasonal relationship. You guys might have met in December. Very short term. It'll be over by spring. It's just something to keep you warm. Very fake. Kind of, I don't know. This person would have given you like a feeling of familiarity of like, I know you from somewhere. Maybe I feel some past life connection to you. Maybe I feel some karmic connection to you. And you had a little temporary something going on. They might have given you some red flags. They might have given you some smiles in your face while, you know, crossing their fingers behind their back vibes. This person, you know who it is, whoever it is realizing they fucked up. They're realizing that, oh shit, I might have fumbled an actual queen this time. I'm so sorry. I was treating you like them other hoes. I was treating you like them regulars. I'm sorry, my bad. And that could be, you know, that reconcile energy. Geminis, we do forgive easily. But know this. if you have ever pissed off a Gemini or hurt a Gemini, and they act like ain't nothing, it ain't nothing. It is. It ain't nothing. It's really not like something that's sitting on top of our hearts and burning us up. And we're not like seeking the long con revenge either. We're not really thinking about it at all. But what you will receive, you will receive a version of us in the future that will be watching you. We will not give you, you know, the first time you meet a Gemini, you're going to get their whole heart. You're going to get, they want to give everything, especially if they like you. They're going to like pour out to you. You know what I mean? And if you kind of fumble that vibe and then come back, always welcome back. We love everybody. I ain't blocking nobody. I ain't blocking nobody. But like, you're not going to get that full heart this time. You're still gonna, I'm hi, how are you? But I'm definitely not, you know, outpouring. I've seen this with my cousins. I've seen this with my friends who are Geminis. See, when I keep getting interrupted when I'm trying to give a reading, I know I'm onto something. I know I'm onto something. And I'm not gonna give up. Now it was my storage. First a random phone call, now I ran out of storage. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, a Gemini might let somebody who dicked them over back in their life, and it would seem to the outsider like, why are you talking to her again? Don't you remember what she did to you? Yeah, of course I do. Of course I do. But I forgive. I don't care. People change, and we'll see. And it's in the file. Nothing leaves. This is like a vice, this mind up here. How could I forget a pattern, right? So I just don't take it personally. I don't care. We'll see. And I'm going to move accordingly, you know. Now I know how the tiger behaves. Okay. Let's see. What else can we ask, Spirit? One more question before I get cut off again. Let's see. Oh, let's ask about a pattern then. There's success here for somebody, and I know you can feel it, you can smell it. It's like right around the corner. And let's ask, in this Gemini season, what energetic pattern is delaying this success? What energetic pattern is delaying success with your manifestation, with job, with relationships? Wow, that was a lot. No, why is it the same cards? I think I need a new deck. It's literally the same fucking cards, bro, except for past life came out as well. An energetic pattern from a past life. This is also, you know, deja vu happens when it's, oh God. Repeating patterns, familiar lessons, unresolved issues. We've been here before. Yeah, I know, but what pattern? I think it has to do with this. The same fucking cards came out. Okay, so cuffing season and red flags. Ignoring red flags with some temporary situationship you got yourself into is literally delaying your success. It happened again. The storage thing again. All right, I'm just going to finish up this reading. Watermelon tourmaline is a wonderful stone to keep around you during Gemini season. These are in a matrix. There's a bunch of them stuck in a matrix. Come on. Let me not waste any more time before this phone blows up. I'm going to get more into this energetic pattern that's delaying success. Let it die. Let it die, honey. Whatever you are holding on to, whatever is giving you deja vu, the cuffing season temporary situationship that gave you the craziest red flags but you can't let go of, let it die. You've already been down that path. I hope these aren't reversed on camera. It can be one of the hardest things to do, but sometimes you do just have to, like, you gotta let it go. But why? Because it was not for you. Ooh, creative work will clear the block. Like I said, get to work, sis. Get to work, bruv. Start stacking that money. Your creativity is wild during Gemini season. So don't focus so much on the relationships. The relationships will come. You saw that 3 of Cups. The relationships is coming. It's already happened in the subtle realms. The pattern is resolved. You receive the outcome now. You receive the outcome now. The pattern is resolved when you start the work. When you start focusing on your work, when you start focusing on the 4 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, stacking your money, holding on to your money. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of Pentacles, thinking about your money, thinking about your creative work, thinking about your projects. That's going to bring you emotional stability, and it's going to stop the mixed signals. It's going to be, this came out in reverse. If you're getting mixed signals from some weird situationship that's kind of like off and on with you, it is an emotional drain. That is emotional seepage. Just cut it off. Focus on your creative work. Focus on your money. Celebration is coming. Happiness is coming. Lots of guapo is coming. The timeline stabilized in your favor. That's the focus, right? And the distortion has cleared. Clean channel. Get to work. Hope this helps. Bye.